Big Al McMordie, I just read your tweet. Let me read the tweet for all the people who don't have X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm going to go right here. It came right up on my field. I want to thank you. You made today enjoyable. And we got here, we cash journalism to win the Preakness. Also cash sovereignty in the Kentucky Derby. We will go for the sweep in a few weeks with the Belmont. We swept all 3 legs of the Triple Crown in 2022 and have cashed 15 of the last 31 races, including an across-the-board wager on 28-1, Mandolin in the Derby in 2022. Boom. I bet it. Listen, I'm not a big horse guy. I bet a couple bucks on it. I got even money back on my money. Can't complain.
No, you can't complain about winning a horse race.
And if you went back and watched that horse race, you definitely can't complain. Because here was the funny part. I was on my bike cycling by Pimlico, literally, while they were running the race. I hear everybody going crazy. I have no idea. Then you send a text to me and Costi. Then I log into my Twin Spires account, and I see I have more money than I had before, which was none because I put all my money on the horse. And then I logged on and said, oh, that's cool. And then it was the funniest thing ever. Here's a funny story. My stepfather, he's 87 years old. He's old school. And I know you know people like this in your life, Al. We're both old enough. He plays the lottery every single day for as long as I've known him, which is 40 years, right? My mother harasses him. I said, Mom, give the guy a break. He's got one vice. He plays the lottery. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do drugs. Let him play the lottery. We know it's a losing. He gets so excited when he wins like once every 6 months. And then he plays the Preakness, born and bred in Baltimore. So he plays. So he says to me, I went to Pimlico and I can't find a parking space. And I want to go bet journalism. He wanted to do it on his own, just a chalk favorite, typical bettor. So I had $500 on journalism in my account. And I said, how much do you want? And he said, I want $100. I said, you're in. I said, you owe me $100 if you lose. And if it wins, you get your money. So he was like, and then I screenshotted him. He was the happiest guy in the country.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But listen, in Pittsburgh growing up, was that a big thing for you like it was here in Maryland with the numbers?
The bookies in Pittsburgh, I guess in a lot of places, they pay 600-1, not 500-1 on the 3-digit number. They're not taking bets on the law. I don't know what your dad's playing, but they would only take bets on the 3-digit numbers.
No, he's playing a 3-digit. He's playing a 3-digit.
Yeah. And so they would do better than the state. The state gave you 500-1. The bookies would give you 600-1. The true odds are 999-1.
So here's it, and then it gets worse. Then they came with the midday. So now he's doing the. So I said, look, the guy's 87. He wants to spend $50 a week, $5 on the midday, $5 in the evening. My mother's acting like it's going to matter. I'm like, give the guy a break. But you know what I realized? He started playing the number he told me when he was like 12. And a lot of these senior citizens, that is like, beside the horse racing, that is their thing, the number.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what the bookies pay, or is he playing with the state? Is he going
he's
in?
He's playing with the state. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's been donating for, but my point is that the sheer joy he got out of winning a couple $100 today on journalism. It's not even about the money, because we always talk about treating your betting as a business. But events like today, it's about being a fan. I mean, I watched that race. I rewatched the end of it 3 times just to watch him. It's like, that's exhilarating, even for a guy like me and you that doesn't watch games all day. You know what I mean?
No, well, the horse races. I mean, that's the Derby, the Belmont, the Preakness. That's nothing beats it, especially when you have the winning ticket. There's a horse that won an earlier race today at Pimlico called Crudo, and he was in a $100,000 stakes race called the Sir Barton Stakes. He won by 7.5 lengths. And from what I hear, the owners might put him into the Belmont. So he's a horse to pay attention to if he's in the Belmont. We'll have to see who's in the field. I've got no idea. I'll wait to handicap the race after all the horses are in the field, draw their post positions, and the odds are announced. But keep an eye out for Crudo.
There you go. And then you had your complimentary selection, I believe. I don't know if it was on. You said, the Knicks.
Birmingham Stallions plus the 2. The line dropped to 1. Yeah, it was +2. The line dropped to 1.5. They ended up covering the spread by a half point. They lost by one. Pretty exciting game. Came down to the end, and Birmingham was trying to drive for the game-winning field goal. They were down by a point, and then they were going to get a first down, but they fumbled the ball, and the other team recovered it with like under a minute to go, and that was the game.
There you go. So let's talk about it. I know if you guys want to pick up the All Access WNBA's already, I know you haven't started yet, but WNBA is a couple days in. CFL starting. We got the UFL. Obviously, we still have the playoffs, and then we have a little bit of baseball and the NHL that you've been playing. You hit that Toronto game 2-0 yesterday. It's a nice double-digit, $200 dog. And then I'm looking here on the overnight number. We're doing this video a little later this Saturday evening. Oak City's 8 and 213.
I'm on the hockey screen right now. I can look. It is 8 and 213.5.
Got it. So what do we got going as a complimentary selection?
We're going to take the under 213.5. This, of course, an elimination game for both teams, game 7. In the NBA, where you've got a game that is an elimination game for both teams. So that would be either game 7s, or back in the day, they had game 5s in the first round of the tournament when the first round series only were played 5 games rather than 7. That was up until 2002. Anyway, in these types of elimination games, the under has cashed 56%, and we're going to take this under the 213.5.
Under 213.5 is your complimentary selection. Reach out, send me a text to join or an email, eric@pickdogs.com for Al's All Access. And as always, good day and good luck.